Hi guys, I am back with another unboxing video, and today we have our February TBR hashtag Blackathon. Alright, so Blackathon is a readathon that was made by Jesse over at Books and Bow Ties, or is it Bow Ties and Books? I can't remember. Um, but Jesse made this this readathon, and I participated in it last year, and I really liked it. But the way I participated in it last year is that they threw the list out, and I don't know if they had I can't remember anyway if they had like any, you had to post this or post this. I think it was just like, tag them in it on Twitter, or if I did a video on YouTube. But I don't think that I was doing much of my videos around this time last year as far as books are concerned. I think if you go back to my page about this time last year, I was doing only unboxings, and the only book related things I had was Nocturnal Readers box unboxings and Book of the Month unboxings. So I don't think I did a video for it for YouTube, but I did participate in it, and I actually had some of my coworkers at work participating in it with me. And it was so funny because a lot of the students, as we were reading some of our books, and no, not all of us had dust jackets on our books, because some of our books we probably would have raised too many questions for the students that we ourselves could not answer for them. Hold on. Yeah, and it just would have raised too many questions that we couldn't answer. And then some, we just wanted to read some books, but the books were always so thick. The students were like, "Miss Grove, you read?" "Yeah, Miss Grove reads. Miss Grove reads all the time. Miss Grove loves to read, but Miss Grove reads more textbooks than she does books for pleasure, because Miss Grove is still in college." So, and last year I also didn't get through all of it, but I really liked the Blackathon from last year, and that's actually the one I thought that they were gonna keep and have this year, but they didn't, and they changed it a little bit, and I actually don't mind the change. I actually enjoyed the change. So I am team contemporary. I don't think that I read a whole lot of contemporary books, but I also didn't really know the meaning of what a contemporary book was until I went back and Googled it, and then I was like, oh, I feel dumb now because I did know what it was. I don't think I read a whole lot of contemporary, but this challenge has changed that. So without further ado, I'm going to give you guys my Blackathon readathon, and I would also like for you guys to tell me down in the comments below if a book that I picked does not fit the category or the prompts, because there's 4 prompts that you can choose 4 books for, or one book can overlap a couple of prompts. I think if that's not cheating, I think it can. But if you guys know the rules better than me, comment down below to see if I'm doing this right. So prompt 1 is Bessie Akipi, I think is how you say it. A work exploring the intersection of mental health and or disability in Black folk. And for that, I chose Queenie. Now, you have probably seen a Queenie on a couple of my TBRs. I know it was on my Book of the Month when I got it, because this is my Book of the Month book or copy. But I had not gotten all the way through Queenie. What I got through of it, I absolutely loved, but never had the time to finish. I am determined to finish this book, definitely, since it is the #1 prompt on this book list. I am determined to finish it. I think I read the synopsis it is, but I don't remember all of what is going on in here. But I know the girl is Jamaican British. I know she... Whoa, nope, I can't say that. I can't say that because then I would give away some of it. But yeah. So that's that one. Prompt 2 is Marion James, a work that isn't set in the United States and does not center around Black American narrative. I think this book fits that category, and that is A Long Walk to Water, by Walter Dean Myers. Right? Nope, I lied. It is not. Linda Sue Park. I don't know why I thought this was Walter Dean Myers. I'm tripping. Linda Sue Park. And I have the book right in my hand. What is going on today? So a lot of students have read this book for 6th grade. I have not read this book at all. It's been floating around. I've been meaning to get to it, and I have my copy of it, and I just need to read it. I have no idea what this is about, except from what I heard, and from what I heard this book is about, it's about a girl who lives in I want to say Nigerian village. It actually doesn't. No, it's Sudan. So I'm completely off. I think it's Sudan. There is no summary written on the front of this book, so I actually don't know. Okay, so Sudan. Because this map right here has Sudan on it, northern Sudan, southern Sudan, Ethiopia, Uganda, Kenya, but I'm thinking it's Sudan. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, I think it's about a little girl who has to hike to the place where they get water, which I think it's either a pond, a stream, or a well. But either way, there's no clean water in her village. So she has to twice a day go walk to get water to bring back to her village. It's either a boy or a girl. I can't remember. And then whatever the current, because it's like I want to say it's like a flashback or either ghosts. But whichever one it is, a boy or girl walking to get water, sees another boy or girl that could either be dead or like a past tense ghost version of them, and they get lost and they find their way back. I can't remember, but it's based off of a true story. The fact that it's based off of a true story makes me want to read it. That was enough for me. And it's not set in the United States. So I think it counts. I want to say that counts for that prompt. Not sure. But when the book was described to me, it made me want to read it. So that is why that book was chosen for that selection. And then prompt 3 is Alexia Martin, a lighthearted work that doesn't center around the struggle, which is racism, poverty, drug use, and those are the struggles. And I'm sorry for the air quotes. I didn't really mean to do the air quotes, but the struggle means anything about racism, poverty, or drug use. So a lighthearted work that does not center around the struggle and features powerful romantic or platonic bonds. For this, I chose, let's see if I can go back to it. It's not showing up. Sorry about that. I had to pause for a minute because I couldn't find the book. Okay, so the book is called The Wedding Date. Now, I could have sworn this was on Hoopla because when I first found it, it was on Hoopla, and now when I went back to go search it, it wasn't coming up, which is why I had to pause the video so I can actually find it. I found it on Kindle, on the Kindle, but it cost. And the problem with that is I am fasting from purchasing books this month. So I cannot buy this book. So I'm going to have to try to actually find the time that I don't have to go up to my local library or to the county library and see if I can get a copy of this book. But this is called The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory. It was a book that I had heard a lot about on BookTube, and I was just like, I guess I can read this. I'm not the person that usually like reads the most popular books when everyone else is reading the most popular book, because I want the fuss about it to die down before I read it. I don't want to read it with everyone else's expectations in mind. I want to go and read a book with my own expectations in my mind about it when I'm reading it. So, like, I haven't read The Ninth House because it's like all the rage right now. But if my reading partner actually wants to read that in March, I probably will read it with her because her and I purchase books together and read them together. And the only reason why we didn't do it this month is because for Black History Month, I wanted to do this, and I'm not sure if she'll have the time to do this with me, the Blackathon Readathon with me. I don't know if I'll have time to do the Blackathon Readathon fully with me. This is just me saying what I'm going to read in hopes to reading it, but with all of these papers and books that I have to write for class, I'm not sure. But anywho, off my tangent. I'm not sure what this book is about. I have no idea what The Wedding Date is about. I do know that there's a book called The Proposal that is in this series, and it keeps making me think of the movie with Sandra Bullock, but I don't even think that's anything alike. Anyway, so that is for my prompt 3. Now for the fourth and final prompt, it is Awaiki Imizi. Sorry, I know I'm butchering that. I'm so sorry. A work where a Black protagonist challenges preconceived notions of Blackness, a Black revolutionary character. Now, I was also having a hard time picking a book for that one, for that prompt. I don't know if this book will count, but I am hoping that it does. I have already purchased this book, so this book won't be a problem with me reading on my Kindle. As soon as I can find it. There it is. So let's go to cover page. All right. This book is called The Skin I'm In by Sharon G. Flake. So, I was recommended this book last year by a coworker who also worked a lot with our sixth graders, as I did, but I was still reading a lot for school. He told me to just get it on the Kindle and I have it and listen to it, but I wasn't into audiobooks at the time. And then my sixth grader came home at the beginning of this school year and was like, Mom, we're reading this story called The Skin I'm In. It's great. I think you'll like it. You should read it. Just hadn't had the time to get to it. So now I am putting it on my my TBR for me to read. It is not very long from my understanding. I think it's a little over 100 and something pages. It could be longer than that. I could be completely wrong. Could be longer than that. But when I have my actual Kindle open, because right now that's my iPad with the Kindle app. My Kindle, I believe it's dead. And this Kindle's broken anyway, so I have to do it like a certain way to get it. So I'm not going to even turn it on right now. But if I'm not mistaken, it's not a very long read, so I should be good to get to that book. So the two books that I should be really good to read is A Long Walk to Water and The Skin I'm In. Everything else after that, or around that, may be a struggle for me to read because of me being in school. Which is why these next two books, I'm not even sure why I have them on my February TBR. They should just wait until March and April. I mean, they may go on both of those TBRs. It really just depends, because with all this packing and moving and still having to get homework in, I honestly don't know what my brain was thinking other than like, oh my goodness, it's February, so I need to also get that list together and try my best to read those books. Yeah, I got nothing. So I'm excited about The Skin I'm In. That covers the 20th anniversary edition. I don't know anything about that book. I made my son promise not to tell me anything about that book. So I don't know the synopsis of it. I don't know it. I don't know anything. So those are my 4 books for my Blackathon Readathon, right? So these 2 books I'm about to tell you about has nothing to do with the Blackathon Readathon. But if these 2 books wind up fitting the categories better than the ones that I chose, I might just supplement them if I can get to them. All right, so the first book, and I'm excited about both of these books, and I think I did like a small, like, oh my goodness, I got this book in the mail videos for these, but I'm really excited about them. So the first book I put on that has nothing to do with a readathon is Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi, I believe it's Adeyemi, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. This is such a beautiful book. Like, all I did for the first 3 days that I had this book was rub the cover and look at the cover and admire the cover and lay my head on the book. This is such a beautiful book. This dust jacket is amazing. Look at that. That's just, it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I can't stand it. And then the map is in blue. Oh, what would make this a perfect series is if the third book does not have any pink in it. That's just me and me not liking pink. So, but no, this is a very gorgeous book. I absolutely, positively loved the first book. Like, it was everything I imagined it to be and more. So I can't wait to get to this one. I hope this is just as good as the first one. And so far, the reviews are amazing. So, you know, and I've only read reviews that did not have spoilers in them. So I still have no idea what's going on inside that. All right. And then my second book that I mean, realistically, probably won't get into, and it's probably going to be on my March TBR. And it may also end up going over to April. Whew, sorry. I just don't know. But it is Becoming by Michelle Obama. And it is also in Oprah's 2018 book club collection. I'm not going to lie to you. The fact that it's Oprah book club pick, that part does not mean much to me. I have a lot of Oprah picks, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a part of Oprah's book club, so that doesn't mean much to me. I guess it just means that it's a well-known book that Oprah just recommends that you read it. I know she does a lot of reading, so that is pretty awesome that it does get that what is it, that notice, that type of notice. But I mean, it's Michelle Obama, like, need I say more? I know this is a somewhat like an autobiography. No, actually I think this is an autobiography. It's an autobiography about her becoming the woman that she is. And it tells a lot about her childhood, her relationship with Obama from before they met, when they met, after they started dating, up till the present time of when this book was released. I don't know. I'm excited about reading it. I was really close at snagging the journal too, but both of these together would have just been too expensive. And yes, I went ahead and paid the full price of the book. I didn't even find it on sale, which upset me a little bit because books are pricey, and I'm usually all about getting books on, discount and everything. But I have the money, so I spent it, and that was like my only purchase the month that I bought this that I spent that was extra. I didn't buy anything else extra except for food. But yeah, this would be the second book on my, nothing to do with Blackathon Readathon TBR that I don't think I'm going to get to, but I'm going to try, which is why it's on there. So, all of these books, this is 4 physical books, and then probably another physical book if the wedding date is a physical book. If not, if the library has it on audio, it would be an audiobook. So those are my reads for February. I don't know if it'll all happen. I am hoping that I at least get through the Blackathon TBR, the first 4 prompts. So that is what I have. Let me know down in the comments if one of my books does not fit a category and if I need to replace it. If they all do fit the category, just let me know in the comments, what you think of the selections. I don't know, because this one is a little bit different from last year's Blackathon Readathon, so it was harder to make the decisions about what to read. But I'm excited about reading all of these books, and I cannot wait to get started and to do another video to let you guys know how it turned out. So that is all I have for you today. Bye-bye.